Good morning, good afternoon, good day. This is episode 3, part 2. The last time we talked about, is first time I ever tortured someone. I was 16 years old. I already told you what I did to the kid. Carved him up in his chest. He's got that for the rest of his life. I have to live with that for the rest of my life that I tortured someone. And that's not the first time either. Right? Shortly after that, I left the city that I was living in with my uncle at the time. I came back to my city and got off the bus, grabbed my stuff, going to walk away, and someone come up to me and say, "Hey, are you this guy? He knew my nickname, he knew everything about me." I said, "Yeah, man, I heard about you. Oh, do you have anywhere to stay?" I said, "No, man, I just got back to the city. I'm out to see if I can find my mom or somebody, right? Somewhere to stay." Well, I ended up staying with him. Then I met his mom. Everybody called her Mama, and I can't say the name due to privacy concerns and stuff like that, right? So, I went and chilled with him for a bit, and he was the leader of the Crips. He says, "Hey, man, I want you to roll with me. I know about you. I know who you are. You don't take crap from nobody. Your uncle told me what you did and stuff. So, all right. Well, yeah, man, I'll roll with you." Became his lieutenant. That was a big mistake because I had to kick in people's doors. I mean, not just, kick them right in with either a firearm or some sort of weapon in my hand. I had to prove myself who I was. And not just me, I had to prove to everybody else. They all heard of them, so now I got to prove it, right? I had it in my head that I always had to prove everything to everybody. I had to prove who I was. Shouldn't have to, no. That's in my head. I had to grow up really fast. 16, torturing someone, and then meeting this guy and becoming a Crip. I wasn't just any Crip, though. I became the Crip. I became his right-hand man. I was running a gunning crews by myself. By the time I left the Crips, I ran 3 crews under my belt. 3. 3 crews under my belt. And I ran it with an iron fist. I didn't take shit from nobody. I was kicking in people's doors. I was tying people up and torturing them. Like, torturing people. Not for information, just because I was told to. I had to go out with friends. I was out with my street sisters. And someone that owed our crew money, right? I had no choice but to smack them out. Right there. No choice. When you're a gangbanger, you ain't got no choice. You have to do something or something happens to you. That's my point here. I live with that every single day. I tortured people at a young age. I started at a young age. When I became a Crip, it became worse. Then I left the Crips for a while after our leader was murdered. I found out it was our own crew that murdered him. Our own crew. And they blamed it on the Bloods. It wasn't the Bloods. It was our own crew that did it. They didn't get very much from a couple pounds of weed and a couple $1,000s or whatever. That's worth it? That's worth somebody's life? Nah. Nothing's worth your life like that. Especially weed, money, whatever, drugs, whatever. Not worth it. So, I left for a bit. No problem. Tried to straighten my life up. Nope, that didn't happen. Started to get in trouble again. Then I have my daughter. Straighten up again. My first daughter. Straighten up a bit. I started slacking off there. I would take care of her during the daytime. At nighttime, I'd go out and party. And I started running the Crips by myself. On my own. Which was my 3rd crew by then. By the time I left the crews, like I said, by the time I left the Crips, I had 3 crews under my belt. 3. Right? This 3rd one, I ran on my own. I had people so scared of me. Like, I had this guy, I can't mention his name, but once I found out it was him and the other guys in our crew, I approached him. I had a knife on me. I was ready to cut his throat right in front of the place I was at. I didn't care. You had our leader murdered. They were going to shoot me. Yeah, and take a bullet for our leader. That's how serious I was. You take a bullet for our leader. That's not just our leader. That's the man that's taking care of us. That's the man giving us money, and that's the man letting us stay here. At that time, I didn't care. I ran it while having my daughter. And then she started wearing my bandana and wearing my shirts. And I had blue outfits. So many blue outfits, you could lose count. My closet was full of light blue, dark blue, baby blue, you name it. I was the crip. I ran everything. I took over. And nobody, and I mean nobody, questioned me. And so I left for a bit. After me and my baby mom split up, and I got with my second baby mom, and she asked me to retire, and so I did, and I left, right? And when we split up, my daughter's dad died. And, hey, I want you to roll with me. I know who you are. Same thing. I know who you are. I've asked around about you when I got here. Da, da, da. Okay, man. I was like, no, at first, no. And then one day I was like, you know what? Forget this, man. I'm doing it. I threw on a red bandana. Big mistake. Because while I had that bandana on, it was bad. It played with my head. Played with me. It got in my head. I became a leader. And the so-called leader, he was sitting down. I was out running crews. I ran 4 float crews under my belt. In total, altogether, I ran 7 crews under my belt alone. Don't believe me? Ask about me. I'm not proud of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not proud of it. But I did it. I ran stuff without a problem. Not one person questioned me. That's how ruthless I was. And everybody says, yes, I'm not the toughest guy in the world. I'm not. Whatever. I'm not. I've lost fights. I've won. It doesn't matter. But while I was running, it played in my head. I'm telling you right now. You think you're a gangbanger? You think, did you see it and this, see that? You think it's cool? You think it's cool going to jail? It's not. I tell you right now. Going to jail is not fun at all for anybody. YO, adult, don't matter. Female, hey, it doesn't matter. It's not fun. After I became a blood, it become worse. I started going after my own crew members. I started beating people up over a dime bag, right? Or someone would lip off me, and I wouldn't even hesitate. There was this incident downtown where one of the guys wasn't paying my leader, and he was there, and I mentioned it to him, and I gave him shit for it. Like, I gave him crap for it. I lost it on him. He went and approached the guy, and I was next to him, and I was going to go after him. He grabbed me, stopped me. People have had to stop me. He's had to take a knife out of my hand. I just didn't care. I didn't care who I hurt. I didn't care. I didn't care about nobody. The whole point of this episode right now is to show you that you don't want to do this stuff. You think it's cool because I wear a bandana. It's not. It's cool because I wear my pants halfway down my butt and show my boxer. Nobody wants to see your butt. Okay? That's not a gangster. You're not a gangster. You think you are. You're not. I'm a real gangster. Or, sorry, I was a real gangster. I'm fully retired. I'm 45 years old. I've been through heaven, hell, and purgatory all on my own. And I've survived. But I had no choice at the time. Right? You should have a choice. Don't get me wrong, to be a gangbanger. I didn't have a choice. My family, both sides, I was having problems with both sides. And I still have problems with both sides. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to go down that road. Go down the road that I talked about. Go down the left side, not the right side where all the jail and gangbanging, and you're going to trip over the big rock. Because you're going to trip over in life. I'm telling you right now. You're not a gangbanger. You think because you go on and on. No. Okay? Like, for example, I had to go and kick in a woman's door who had kids in there. I couldn't say no. That's how bad it is. Gangbanging is not we're buddies. No, you're a soldier. You do what you're told. Not something happens to you. You ain't got a choice. You should have a choice. But it's more politics now than anything. Okay? You think you're cool. You should listen to music. You watch the videos. You see these jail shows. You watch all these reels and what you think you're cool, but no, you're not. Cool because you, like I said, hang your pants halfway down your butt. Even as a gangbanger, I never did that stuff. I wore my pants. I wore dress pants and stuff, dress shirts. I dressed appropriate with my flag out of my hand pocket. But I didn't like who I was back then. But I didn't have a choice. I didn't have much of a family growing up. So what am I going to do? I didn't join gangs because I wanted to. I joined gangs to have a family, to have a sense of direction or something. It was the wrong direction. I know that now. And I want you to realize that you need to change now. Not later on, now. Stop this wannabe stuff. You want to listen to music, rap music, hip hop? Go ahead. There's nothing wrong with music. But don't listen to everything, because some of those people have actually been through real stuff. If you listen to music, listen to the lyrics. Listen to the actual lyrics about what they're talking about, what they're telling you. They've been through the real stuff. Selling dope and gang. They've been through it too. They're telling you in the music. The only difference is between me and them is I'm telling you on my limited series. That's it. They're telling you through music. Are you listening? You're not. You're not listening. And if you are, you're not listening very well. You're more singing along, thinking it's a cool song. Listen to it. Listen to what everybody's telling you. You don't need to copy everybody else because it's cool. You don't need to follow a trend because you think it's cool. You don't need to. Why? Because everybody else is doing it. And there's an old school saying, and I know why every parent's probably said this, and every old school parent from centuries ago probably said this. They jump off a bridge. You gonna jump off a bridge? I don't think so. Right? Think about it. They go out and shoot someone. You're gonna go out and shoot someone because it's cool. You see it in the video game because it's cool. My daughter, I raised her that she knew Grand Theft, any violent game. So I wasn't trying to mention any, use it for purposes, example purposes. But any violent game, tell her, you can do that in the game all you want. Don't go out in the street and do that crap. Because I'm telling you right now, you're going to go to jail. You think it's cool because you see in the game. Cool. Play the game. No problem. I have nothing against any video game. Fine. But do you know the difference between reality and in a video game or a movie or music? Do you know the difference? That's the problem. A lot of kids, they don't know the difference. They don't. And I feel bad for them because nobody's teaching them the difference. And I'm hoping that these videos get out here and teach you. You know, I've done quite a bit. I've seen quite a bit in my life. But back then, I didn't have a choice. You have a choice today. There's all kinds of resources, or as I call them, tools out there. Like I said in the last video. You know, like I said, at a young age, I tortured someone. I tortured people. I had to kick in doors with kids inside. That doesn't make me feel good. This is the stuff that haunts me every single night. I'm haunted by it. This is the stuff I did. I don't want someone else being haunted or having night terrors like I'm having. I wake up in the middle of the night sweating. Sometimes crying. Yeah, I cry sometimes because of the stuff I've done. I don't want anybody else to go through the same thing. So I'm hoping that these videos get out there, that someone can come and contact me. Or a parent contact me and say, hey, I'm having problems with my child. Can you talk to my child? Yeah, no problem. I'll sit down with your child for hours and talk. I do it to my kids. You know, I'm willing to help you. But are you willing to help yourself as well? Because I can only do so much. God can only do so much. We can give you the tools. It's up to you. I'm hoping that one of you people out there, one of you, can say, hey, scratch the gangbangers stuff, scratch going to jail. It's not worth it. I'm telling you right now, it's not worth it. This video, all these videos are to let you know, like the real world out there, it's harsh. Very harsh. You have no idea what the real world's like. I'm haunted by it every day. I have to live with it. I've been to jail. I've been to jail quite a bit. Not a lot, but quite a bit. To the point where I passed the jail. I can't even look at it. I can't face it still. I should be able to face it. I can't face it. It haunts me. and I was in there. You know, and I always swore I would never go there. And look what happened. You know, I was arrested when I was 16. I didn't just get away with it. No, I was arrested for that. That was the 5th time I've been to YO. You know, but I didn't care at the time. Now I'm hoping that someone can care these days. You have all kinds of stuff out there to help you out. You have me now to help you out. You know, but you don't want these nightmares, as I call them nightmares. You don't want this stuff. I'm not trying to go on and on, but I'm trying to make a point, and I'm hoping this point gets through your head. You're not a gangster. Why? Why do you want to be a gangster? You know, look up real gangsters, people that actually made money and stuff. You don't need to do that. Go and get a job. Start your own company. Something. Do something. Don't live off of everybody. Don't live off assistance. Do something. Bring your life up. I'm telling you, you're going to end up like me, 45 years old, struggling every day. I struggle with all kinds of stuff with everything I've done. 7 crews, torturing people, beating people up, stabbing people. I've done it. All of it. I've been in gang wars. I have a stab wound right here. It's still a mark on my chest. 2 inches away from my heart. I almost died in a gang war. Still here. I fought. But even still, I'm here. It still kills me that I had to go through all that. I had no choice. Today, you have a choice. You have all kinds of choices. Stay in school. Get your education. If you don't, okay, that's your choice. Then do something. If you can't stay in school, get a job. Get a family. You'll have some kids. Bring your life up. Put all that kiddie gang stuff and that, put it away. You don't need it. Grow up. Live your life properly. Be a proper member of society. Try to at least. You don't try. You have choices today. You have all kinds of choices. You have all kinds of choices to do all kinds of stuff. You have all kinds of resources out there, everything. You know, you have all kinds of stuff. So, thank you very much. Have a good day. Have a good night. I will see you in the next video.